welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title of this video, we have a little bit of an update on the Fable situation. If you missed my previous video, I will of course have it linked and I will link it in the description. The gist of the situation is that Fable used some AI in order to create these like reader summary and yearly end of year wrap-ups. And some of what the AI came up with was pretty bad as far as its biases generally regarding race, and there were a few others too, but that was what I mainly focused on in my video. So I had a lot of enthusiastic responses to that, both agreeing with me and disagreeing with me, and I fully respect both sides of the coin. However, I had a little update I just wanted to comment on and keep you guys in the know in case this is the only place you're hearing about it from. So both in my comments and just the general internet at large, I guess, has seemed like it's had pretty mixed responses. Some folks are thinking, yes, they got right in there and fixed this and, took it down until they can kind of sort out what that needs to be changed to make sure that AI isn't doing racist stuff. There's plenty of other people out there that are saying like this should never have happened in the first place and it doesn't matter what their response is, like why are we using AI at all in these kind of situations? And I mean, I definitely think there is an issue with that. I said it sort of in my last video, but I'm really of the mind of like I just don't see how, like, AI just feels inevitable in a lot of cases. And I don't think that the generative AI needs to happen at all. But AI as a whole, I don't feel like is going to go anywhere. And so we need to learn how to use it and manipulate it better to fit the needs of whoever's using it. Additionally, not being gross and, racist and bigoted in other ways. So I had sort of touched on this, but some of what I'm sharing here and I shared in the last one, there's like some overlap, so forgive me if you've heard this already. Here's a post from the Fable app that was posted by one of the developers, I think. It says, "This is Jason with an update for the Fable family. We've been listening to your feedback about the use of generative AI. Our team has decided to remove AI-generated reader summaries from our stats feature, the Shelfie feature, and the reading wrap feature. We will submit a new version of Fable to the app stores today, so you should see the changes take effect soon. We will learn from this experience and work to apply some of the amazing ideas you've shared with us. Please join us for a town hall, yada yada." Unfortunately, I missed the town hall because I was actually in the moment filming that video and I have yet to find a replay of it. I did actually reach out to them on Instagram to see if there was anywhere I could see one, but I haven't gotten a response yet. They have their hands full, they got a lot going on over there. But hopefully I will be able to find a replay and I will be able to let you guys know what was said and how it was all said. So actually, this is from yesterday that I thought I would share. Fable product manager here wanted to share a quick update that we're bringing back Shelfie and your 2024 wrap in the latest app version. You can access both by going to Profile Settings Playground. Note, it may take a day to see the update in your app store, but it's coming. It was important to us to make changes to these features to ensure Fable remains a safe and welcoming space for all. As a result, generative AI content has been removed in both features. In Shelfie, you'll be able to edit and add your own title and description. In your 2024 wrap, you'll see a poem written by our very own Jason Boog. So I, again, think that they took the right steps, and, there's always going to be complainers, because I think people this didn't affect and people that have maybe less empathy were like, well, this didn't matter to me. Why are you taking this fun thing away from all of us? Whatever. That's a whole different conversation. But I think that, like I said, AI seems like it's not going away. So the fact that we've removed the generative part of it is, I think, what's all we can kind of ask for at this point. And because of that, it's really just putting this data together, and it's not giving us opinions like it was previously. So I feel, again, like I'm pretty happy with this response. As I think I said in the first one, and many of you were able to point out to me, I am not a marginalized person. I am not from a marginalized group. So I, I tried to make it clear that could only speak on my experience and I'm not speaking for anyone but myself. But I just wanted to share that little update if anyone is still kind of on the fence if they don't want to use the app anymore. And that's totally your choice. And again, I'm not here to persuade you one way or another. I am just here to give you my opinion. While we're on the subject of opinions, I just wanted to share about another little bit of drama that's going on the internet these days. And this is something that I was kind of saving for my next TikTok video, but it's kind of just gotten bigger and I figured I would just throw it in here. So here is the video that was posted. This was posted by Audible and a lot of people are upset about it and I will tell you why after we watch it.
The best listening speed for an audiobook is at the speed at which it was recorded.
1?
Regular speed is good for me.
I like a normal 1x listening speed. My heart rate literally spikes. I'm like, nah, I want to hear people talk at a normal human rate.
I would only ever listen to an audiobook at the natural speed of 1, as it were.
1. Regular speed.
Regular speed.
Normal. I think people who go real fast are, I don't want to say psychopath, but it's giving that.
1.5 is good for boring stuff where you're just like, give me the facts, give me them fast. But I think you want to slow down for the good stuff.
I start at 1, but then once I am in the story, then I flip it up.
You can round up to 2, but it's really, you need 1.8, which is, I think is what Goldilocks also likes.
I don't know why you're speeding it up, but you need to look inward. And you need to drink less iced coffee.
Okay, so I mean, on its face, it's just like a silly little ad and, celebrities and audiobook narrators are kind of like showing their opinions. Now, people got really, really upset about this because they took it very personally and did not appreciate that they were being called psychopaths. I guess it depends on your point of view and like your life experience. I didn't find it offensive in any way. I thought it was kind of stupid, but I was just like, whatever. I'm not like offended. I also sometimes am like, Laura, what's wrong with you? I do a lot of like hybrid listening where I'm like listening and reading at the same time, which I think is kind of how I became a 2x speed listener because my eyes can, go faster. I can read faster than it like reads it to me. And so I would need it to hear it faster to be able to keep up with what my eyes were reading on the page. So like I said, a lot of people were like getting super upset about this. And, I'm not here to tell you what is and isn't offensive. So if that offended you, then that is, that's just how it happened. So again, I'm over here thinking this whole controversy is just a little bit silly and just kind of like, guys, we're getting mad about everything, aren't we? Until today, when I came across this thread that was posted by Audible Australia. So I'm assuming that the social media teams are not one and the same, but nevertheless, this was also an Audible post. It says, audiobook ins and outs. Ins, 1x speed and really appreciating the details. Outs, 2x speed and missing half the details. I'm just like, are we really, we're gonna go there? We're just gonna hammer this into the ground? And like, I don't think I miss details. Sure, maybe sometimes, but I don't think I miss details anymore listening on 2x than I would on 1x. So I'm like, okay, we did this and it didn't go over great. Let's not do it again. It also says saying you listened to it and outs saying you read it. And this is one that really gets a side eye from me because it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. However you consume the media is you read it. And I will die on this hill. It's so ableist to say, well, you didn't really read an audiobook. No, you did. You did. You just read it with your ears. That's how I always phrase it. I'm like, I read it with my eyes or I read it with my ears. And saying that that's not reading is like, yeah, super ableist. Some people can't read physical books. It's just a fact. And it's so ick to say that, like, that's not really reading. It also says, out, ins, listening to 3 at once and completing your TBL list. And outs, do audiobooks count as reading discourse? Now, I can see how that could be interpreted in different ways. However, I'm interpreting this and the use of the TBL, which is to be listened to, as them saying that audiobooks don't count as reading because it's listening and not reading. So that really gives me the ick. And then we have ins, wearing all your bookish merch proudly. Great, love that. Outs, judging people's audiobook preferences. Audible, what are we doing? And the last one is reacting to audiobooks in public, and out is not reacting to audiobooks in public, which is like not even whatever. So yeah, they like really took something that was, I think, kind of just whatever, but some people were clearly upset about it, and then decided to like really dig their heels in and make it worse. Again, I don't know, I'm assuming these are different social media teams, but you'd think like if one of them was kind of receiving backlash on a particular ad that featured a certain like problem, the other Audible, I don't know, would like, we'd all be clued in to like maybe we don't put this up, but they're getting it now. They are getting some real backlash from this. And honestly, I know that Amazon you know, owns half the world, but I feel like this is just one more thing that's going to make people leave Audible for Libro FM or audiobooks.com, or just solely switch to library books from Libby. So I don't know, we'll see, but I figured I would just throw that other little bit of controversy in this video too. So that's all I got for you today. I'm sorry it's not a super huge update, but it's something, and hopefully I will hear back from them at some point and I can maybe watch a replay of the town hall and be able to let you guys know what was said on it. If any of you did watch it, I would love to know, like in the comments, if you have any comments about it, if you think it addressed what needed to be addressed, and how you're feeling in general about this whole thing. I still am pretty happy with their response and the way that they took ownership right away. Some people were saying like they waited too long, but I'm like, guys, it was a holiday, it was over New Year's, and they have to, yes, act quick, but they also need to make sure they are saying what they mean to be saying and not having a knee-jerk response, basically. So anyways, let me know what you think about any of this that I have discussed in this video, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!